Let's test this baby out. Question is whether or not it's working on LinkedIn. Let's find out. Okay. You are now live on your channel. Apparently I'm live on YouTube. Let's see, as viewers start jumping on. Don't mind me testing out all my stuff, making sure the sharing tools are working. Let's just go to CODiii.OQULi. Let's see. All right, let's have a look. Happening now. CODiii demo, LinkedIn. That seems to be working. Test. What format is that on? Let's add some widgets. We got chat off to the side. Apps. Chat. Private chat, nothing up there. Let's check LinkedIn. So refresh this. Thanks, Stuart. Working though. All right, we're gonna. All is good though. The audio is too clear. Let me know if the stream is lagging at all. And make sure that my audio is not coming through. There we go. Boom. Just making sure that everything is nice and clean. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad this worked out really well. Okay, awesome. Well, I guess since we're streaming and we are now getting this up and running, I may as well go through a demo of our new flagship product, CODiii. Before I do, I just want to thank everyone for joining on. We will be hosting a number of demos throughout the week, and I'm just here to check out and make sure that all of our audio is working and make sure that the chats are coming through. So switch over to all. Let's check Facebook, YouTube, test comment. And test. No. Post. Let's see. Let's check socials. Okay. That did not come through. Awesome. Yeah, the audio was a bit glitchy. It's better now. It seems like it's actually chiming through. All right, let's do a screen share. And we'll share this up. Screen, I understand. We will do entire screen. Awesome. Look at me. I'm in the multiverse here, swapping between a whole bunch of things. All right, we're going to cast up to CODiii here. So everyone, this is kind of our first debut. This is OQULi live on social media stream. We will have a number of these streams and we'll send out some more invites. Right now, it's just to get us all moving at the same pace and get the, everything working. Just making sure we just set up a new mic, a new streaming platform, and new webcam setup. The office may change depending on the scenario, but for now, we're just making sure that the stream is coming through clear, and we will do some more as we go on. Anyway, we are here for CODiii. CODiii is our new flagship product. We have been on release for about a month now, and we debuted it officially at the Building Transformations event. We have been pushing a design compliance solution for the AECO community. We are looking at creating a full operational suite of tools that will help you maintain your compliance throughout a building life cycle. And to start that off, we have implemented CODiii. CODiii is our design compliance assistant. CODiii is there to help us through our project so that we can maintain all of the requirements and code conditions and zoning conditions and client requirements and all different types of things to make sure that we all stay on the same page. So what we're about to show you is the first evolution of CODiii, which is CODiii Scout. CODiii Scout is getting ready for his adventure. Right now, he is considered to be Boy Scout level. He's learning, he's eager to approach the world. He's got his little backpack on in the background, as you can see. And we are ready to start digging into for information. Now, CODiii Scout is not just any chatbot. CODiii Scout allows you to upload all of your own design standards. So you can take design standards and load them up according to country, by state, by city, operate with a type of version and their published date. You drag and drop and put the files in here. Those files get stored in a secure location where they are only accessible to you. Those files are then packaged in a little area where our helpful friend CODiii can then search inside and find answers for you very quickly. So I will skip out of this here. On top of that, CODiii has access to a number of different things. One of them is preloaded standards. In those preloaded standards, CODiii Scout is commercially licensed through the building code in Canada, and we have access to building codes directly from the CODiii software. We also have the ability to access your own standards, the ones that you have uploaded. And this can be any type of documents. It could be a PDF, it could be a Word file, it can be a number of other things. And you can fire it into CODiii and have it sit there so that you can access it later on. Like a prime example here. In our standards, we can take things like such as the Halifax building regulations. We go into the Halifax building regulations, we can click on that document and we can select that design standard to start searching out of. So instead of having the hallucinations of multiple documents online that you would get from a larger scale language model, we're focusing it on just the documents that we upload. Now, CODiii has been very, very well trained on codes and architecture, engineering, construction, and operations documents. So he's trained in the mindset of finding information from that area. So when we look at CODiii, you can fire in a document. So in this case, Halifax building regulations. Well, let's just say I'm a new business owner, or not a business owner, a homeowner. I want to build a new property somewhere in Halifax and I want to know what I'm looking to spend. So I could say I am looking to build a new residential home in Bedford. What will it cost for permits and what should I submit, or what do I need to submit? Fair enough question. This is from the eyes of a homeowner, let's say. And we can ask it these types of questions. What it'll do is it'll dig into the document. Now, this Halifax building regulations is a compilation of most of the HRM website. You'd be able to actually dig in and have a look at that information in detail. So you'd have a look through and take a look at the building permit fee for a new residential home. Development permit fee, $60. Goes through and has a look at the building permit fee of your square meters. So maybe I should have said I was looking to build a multi-thousand square foot home. And from there, it could actually go and do the calculations. Or I can even follow it up saying, the home I am looking to build is approximately 2,400 square feet. And notice that they were providing dollar values in square meters, but we'll leave it in square feet for now. What would that cost me in permit fees, in building permit fees? But you can see here above, as it's doing its work, you're looking at required submissions. It tells you what you're supposed to hand in, your construction plans, your elevations, your disposal system letter, and then additional considerations if there's strange things that you run into. It also tells me that you have to be compliant from certain building codes and make sure that you're adding an approval process. And you can start digging into that. So if you're looking into that, it already does the transfer over to square meters, because it knows that it needs to calculate those fees in terms of square meters versus square feet. So it says, let's break down the cost fee structure here. So cost per square meter for above $4.04, it'll go through and do the calculation for you. And then the additional fees on top of that for the other permits. So it gives you an estimated value that you would see up on there. So this is really helpful for somebody who's a homeowner who's looking to just dig in and, or even not just a homeowner. If you're a contractor that's out doing residential homes, or a BCIN designer, or just a designer in general, this can come in handy when your client has no idea where to start. Where you'd want to take the system from its very bare bones, easy to learn system and apply it very quickly. This is great to get answers when you're jumping into new areas, especially when you have large zoning bylaws like North York, Toronto, who has a over 2,000 exceptions in their two different bylaws, which is very difficult to sift through. You can ask it very quick questions. So that's one really nice example to look at. If we go in to start a new chat, can even upload standards such as zoning bylaws or as RFPs. So if you are working on a RFP, you can upload something like that, like we did recently, the low-rise design catalog for CMHC. As Paige and I worked through it, we were able to dig in and have a look at the heavy detail of, how can we best position ourselves within an RFP of that? How can we take the information out of this RFP document and make it work with the skill sets that we have within our own documents? We combine it all together, fire it into the standard, and ask it questions. From our preloaded standards, we can look into selections such as national building codes, electrical codes, whatever it might be, and start asking it the fun questions that we would normally have. Now, keep in mind, this is CODiii starting out. What we have coming into play over the next couple months here is CODiii is going to be evolving. We're going to be looking at things about how to cross-reference multiple documents at the same time. We're going to be working with the team over at Dalhousie University to create new advancements in that area to be able to take large scale documents and multiples of them to compare them against each other. So taking a zoning bylaw and comparing it against building code, and also comparing it against the needs of the client to say, okay, what can I do for parking on this site? How much electrical parking can I do? Can I compare that against my electrical limitations and have a look at those answers instead of flipping through thousands and thousands of pages of documents and having to research all kinds of different bits and pieces? We're going to allow CODiii to be able to do that for you. So I'm just going to jump back to the stream here just because it's kind of difficult to do a little bit of both. But I'll just check my chat here because this is my first time using this system. So you'll have to bear with me. It is quite new. And as we get more slick with this, we'll make it a little bit easier. So the audio does sound like it is a lot nicer. For those of you who are on LinkedIn, thank you. I could see that there's 4 people online. Appreciate the patience. If you have any questions, feel free to toss them in the chat. Or DM me after this a small event. This is more so just to test the systems that we have in place. If you have some major questions about the product that we're putting out there and where we're going with our roadmap, you can definitely reach out to myself or a Paige, and we can have a more one-on-one demo and show you the more detailed route of where we're going with CODiii. Very, very soon, we will be posting some of those advancements coming up in the future. But in the meantime, stick around and maybe have a chat with me. All right, let's see here. I am trying to get the chat to show up on my streaming service here, the one that I am recording off of, but the new one will not push it through. I will get it to work at some point. Let's see. Let's see. Thanks for the patience. Awesome. Yep, seems to be working okay. And thanks a lot, Stuart, for jumping on. And for those of you who just jumped on, I just ran through a quick demo of CODiii. If you're interested in seeing more of the demo, just let me know. We can book a time after and we can go through it in detail. If for whatever reason my viewer is choppy or if the internet is not working as expected, please let me know. I will be checking this stream after for just to make sure that it's working okay. And for those of you that do have myself lined up or Paige lined up for demos in the future, we're really excited to come in there. Also, My dog back there is having a blast listening to this at the moment. Going, wow, he really had this put together. Yeah, we're figuring this out. The technical aspect is quite difficult. So, if you have pointers and you are streamers and you found something that works for you, please let me know. There are so many applications out there. I don't have so much time to try as many as I can, but Streamlabs is what I've been used to. It's just a matter of getting the socials to connect and be able to answer all your questions from one area. So, if you have any advice, please let me know. Thank you, Val. I can see actually one came through. That's really good. All right. Let's see if that responds back. Neat. I am. Oh, that one went to YouTube. This is fun. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. One after the other. Well, I really appreciate the patience again. This is one thing that takes time. One more time, just before we hit the hour, I'm going to go back and do another demo of CODiii. We're going to just hit it from the stop or from the top. I'm going to share my screen. Let's go. If you weren't here earlier, let's pop this up. Sorry, I really like these like cascading views. Super fun. Very trippy. All right, so if you weren't here earlier, I'm just going to re-show CODiii. This is a live feed, so I will go over this again. If you are just jumping on, CODiii is a product from OQULi, which is a team of software developers here that is putting together tools that help out the AECO community that fill in the gaps that are really, really hard or difficult to acquire. One of the very first gaps that we're looking to solve is design compliance. And design compliance all the way from a helicopter above the entire design process. So we're looking at solving it from conception all the way to the end of construction and having one consistent design compliance hub for all individuals taking part in the design lifecycle process. To start that off, we have CODiii Scout, who is our little helper. CODiii Scout is our first evolution of CODiii. He is got a little backpack on. He's ready for an adventure. He's ready to learn some new things. And to start into that, he is going to be diving into information. And the best way to do that is for him to learn. He's going to learn how to read documents, learn how to extract information, and make it easier for the individuals that are on their project to get the answers that they need. So one thing we looked at as our team at OQULi here is how do we avoid our design assistants or our AI assistants from providing us with wrong information or with hallucinations. And when we thought that why not train it on just the documents that you need, not on a too large of a pool of information. So what we did is with CODiii, we decided to put it into some documents that only you upload or documents that come from a veritable source so that it's not digging in information on the World Wide Web that may be outdated or of wrong stature. So what you can do with CODiii is to be able to upload your own design standard. You can select the country that it belongs in, the city that it belongs in, version, etc. We will add more countries over there as we start updating the service. And then, official publish date, and you just drag and drop it and throw it in there. It gets put in your own little secure area and you can access it as you need. Once it's uploaded on there, you can then pull from those standards or preloaded standards. From preloaded standards, we have a commercial license for building code in Canada, and we can grab onto those building codes and be able to use those documents as a platform to start from. You can also access the standards that you uploaded by clicking on the My Standards button and going to here. Examples of those standards could be bylaw regulations, RFPs, they could be masonry guidelines, all kinds of really fun things. And there really is no limit. If it's a Word or PDF document that you use frequently, or if it's a must-have for your project, just throw it in here and have it sit there, and then you can come back to it and ask it questions whenever you like. So, prime example here, Halifax building regulations. Let's just say I am looking to build a new commercial building that is 4,000 or 40,000 square feet in Halifax. Where should I build it to maximize my ROI? Or which zone should I build it? Let's try it. I don't know. I'm asking it a random question. So I'm looking to build a new commercial building that's 40,000 square feet in Halifax. Which zone should I build it to maximize my ROI? Well, this might be a good question for somebody who's a developer or a new builder or somebody who's just come out to the area who's looking to build a new spot. I don't know what it's going to pump out here, but I'm hoping that it gives me some answers that I can at least start my search with. So ideally, so over here. So for building a new commercial building, one suitable zone would be MU2, a mixed use 2 zone. Because according to the regulations, there's a minimum lot area that fits into that requirement. It can give you certain sizes that meet that, and then it kind of gives you a guideline. And it's good that it kind of honed down on that, because then I can start looking into MU2 requirements. And if I have available property list or a large list, I could probably add that into CODiii and pair it with it and say, okay, well, according to this short list of properties, which property could I choose to get to X? And you can start digging from there. So it's just one example of how it can answer questions specifically from a document and give you a really broken down answer that's super accurate. So that's one example. Others are building code. Code is something that is very straightforward in terms of what CODiii is able to dig into. Obviously, things get confused when you start throwing in disorganized charts and tables, but if you ask it with the correct prompts, you can get some very clean information with references. So we look at something like a building code. You could ask CODiii, what is the maximum riser height for a stair in a Part 9 building? Provide reference articles. Do something like that. And what it does, it'll dig through and find some information in a building code. And you can put any code in here. I mean, realistically, if this is treating it like you are, if it's your document that you're putting up there, it's no different than you owning that document and searching through it on your own. You're utilizing a document to upload on your own accord to get information. If you're looking at information like this, it says for private stairs 180. It gives you the specific reference from the code, and then it tells you in a conclusion, this is what you need to ensure safety and usability. So it's not just providing you a dull answer, it's providing you the background for the information, where it got it from, and then some information as to the little bits and pieces that apply to it. And it's up to you to decide how you want that to work with your project. So I implore you to go and try out CODiii. It is live on the website. You can just go to codii.ca And on CODiii.ca, you can go and check out. There's a free trial that you can go to up on the pricing side, and it lasts for 7 days. I would really, really suggest that you go and try this out. It is a very handy tool. And as we start getting through the next steps, we'll show you where our roadmap is going and how this applies at a much larger scale as CODiii then evolves into who we're going to be calling CODiii Rogue. So CODiii Rogue will be announced soon, but for now, you're just going to have to join in, help us grow CODiii and help him get to the absolute best adventurer he can be. But thank you for joining in. This was super helpful from my regard to be able to test out my streaming equipment and to be able to see if everything is working. I am very thankful that you could all join on board and watch. But for now, I'm going to log out. I got a meeting to go to, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much, everyone.